Hi everybody, this is the Patriot, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host. Welcome back to the Patriot, and hopefully you like this video and that subscribe. And obviously, the country, the world is reeling from the death of commentator, conservative, believer in Jesus Christ, Charlie Kirk. He was assassinated by this individual, allegedly Tyler Robinson, a 22-year-old. I don't know what he is. Originally, he had confessed to the murder. Yes, he's not currently talking to the authorities after he had confessed to his father, and they brought him to the marshal in Utah. But so many people are just, are in such mourning from him, and so many people on TV that were friends of his. You could see the pain. It's usually that doesn't happen. Usually, you don't see the media so lost and grief like this, and it's been kind of enlightening in that none of the media have come out and said he's a bad person, unless they all say he was a good kid. I mean, it seems like he's a good kid to me. Didn't seem like anyone really said anything bad about him. The things you see bad about him or hear about are just general stuff. They don't point to one specific thing, or they take clips and they post them on X. Well, he said this. He said, well, what was the context? You don't know the context. Now, this murder, obviously, so many people have it on social media. If you haven't seen it, don't see it. Don't watch it. It is very difficult to watch it because he died instantly. There is no way he could have survived that. It was a direct hit to his neck, and there was absolutely, positively no way that poor kid could have survived that, or man could have survived that. Now, there's going to be swift justice, I hope, for this guy that killed him and for the people that helped him. He had help. There's no doubt about it that Tyler Robinson had help in this situation. There's no doubt in my mind. Because who purchased the gun? Who was he talking to before? Who was he talking to after? His neighbors were saying there were suspicious individuals showing up to the house that he lived with his boyfriend. We're gonna find out a lot of stuff. I hope there are a lot of arrests in this situation, because this is a very difficult thing to go through. Now, there are some people that are cheering this on. There are people that love the fact that he was murdered. And right now we are dealing with a real battle between good and evil right now as we see it. And you see it's plain as day. And we have to find a way to defeat this evil one little voice at a time. I have a little voice here, I hope that this video could help somebody open their eyes. The biggest thing that could help them is finding Jesus Christ. Once you find that, everything else makes sense. Everything, you realize that your life is not, you're not bigger than what's going on around you. There's more important things than just yourself. And the hatred and the vitriol comes from an ancient place, a place that has been fighting against God since eternity. That's Satan, and he's attacking God's greatest creation as man, because man is God's greatest creation, and this is what we're dealing with. Now, there is a story, and it's from Outkick, that I want to talk to you about. So that this was the most outrageous thing I've seen. Headline: Canadian teacher allegedly shows footage of Charlie Kirk assassination to children. Says he deserved death. We've seen a lot of stories like this of educators, people that are academics, talking about this openly and bragging about it. The group of students were only 10 to 11 years old. Article begins. There have been a lot, and I mean a lot, of nasty and vile reactions from scores of people in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. But if sources are to be believed, a school teacher from Canada might have offered the most disturbing one. The Toronto District School Board is investigating a teacher at an elementary school in Scarborough after he allegedly showed a video of Kirk's death to 10 and 11-year-olds. That's bad enough if true, but he supposedly said while displaying it, it's even more disgusting. Quote, while playing this video repeatedly, he gave a speech to his students regarding anti-fascism, anti-trans, and Charlie Kirk deserved for this to occur. This thing with this trans stuff is fairly new. What the, I mean, you act like this is some kind of civil right to do something to your own body. And if you're taking hormones that are going to make you go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, there's something wrong there. Now, according to reports, the teacher has been relieved of all teaching responsibilities pending the outcome of the investigation and will not be at the school. Allegedly, the teacher who played the video to the students was not the typical homeroom teacher. Kopite said that the school is going to get to the bottom of this and make sure it never happens again. Well, this is very disturbing, but we've seen these stories of people glorifying this assassination, this murder. We can't be doing that. I mean, and we don't say anything bad about the dead. We don't say anything. Good Christians don't do that. And the problem is, and I'm finding this, that a lot of vitriol is coming from people that don't have God in their life, let alone Christ in their life. That's a major problem. Because that tells you where the unhappiness lies. It tells you where everything is centered around. There is an atheist on Facebook that is just beyond the pale in terms of her engaging with her people. Everything's negative. Everything is just it's just not good. The one thing about Charlie is he's very positive. Even talking to people that he disagreed with, he always respected them and showed them respect. And there's so many people online that don't respect anybody or anything. I think the world revolves around them, and that is just not the case. So they try to make themselves seem like they're better than you and me, and unfortunately, I don't know how they're going to learn it. But again, the only way they can learn it is by finding that voice inside that's there. It's there, and it's going to come out. But they have to listen, and it's usually God that's speaking to them. God's always speaking to me. He's always speaking to you if you're watching this video. In one way or another, telling you what's right and what's wrong. Also, upbringing is a big part of that too as well. But thank you for watching this video. Of course, follow me on Facebook and, of course, subscribe to me on YouTube. And I'll see you later.